Doppler effect in light. As we stated earlier, nilisema Doppler effect inaweza ikatokea kwenye sound, inaweza ikatokea kwenye light. So after finishing aspect ya sound, tunaweza tukaona application ya Doppler effect kwenye light. But before we start, tuna statement inayotuambia unlike sound, in light the change of wavelength is more significant only. Okay, we don't have to deal with frequencies. Okay, we don't have to deal with velocities. So here the most important change is the wavelength. Okay, or in other words it's called Doppler shift. So you remember this statement was clearly stated after a wind. Here we concluded that, note that the pitch is the ratio of the frequency heard by the observer under different cases in the Doppler effect. Okay, so kwa mfano kama kuna case ya body inaenda ina reflect kwenye wall, kuna case ya kwanza where the wall is the observer, case ya pili where the wall is the source. So the two frequencies, the ratio yake tunaweza tukaita pitch. Okay, the ratio of frequencies heard by the observer ni pitch. Okay, so as far as Doppler effect is concerned, while Doppler shift, change in frequency, is the difference between the observed frequency and the source of frequency. Okay, this in kwenye sound kwamba change in frequency ndo is what we call Doppler shift, change in frequency, which means the original frequency minus the new frequency ambayo inakuwa heard after Doppler effect ikioccur. Now in light, Doppler shift can be categorized into two types, blue shift na red shift. So we shall see this blue shift and red shift manake nini. Lakini one thing important to note ni kwamba in the Doppler effect of light, changes or effects kwenye wavelength are more significant only. Applications inaweza kuwa na applications kama 4 hivi. Okay, na zinginezo ambazo pengine zipo tutaziona mbele. So the first is determination of speed of star coming towards or away from the earth. Ukiwa from the earth, when we are viewing stars kwenye astronomy, there is the application of Doppler effect, Doppler shift. So tunaweza tukadetermine kama that star is coming towards the sun, the earth, or is moving away from the earth, and we can get the speed with which it is moving. Okay, yes. So again we have determination of speed of rotation of the sun. Okay, we can determine the speed of rotation of the sun kwa kutumia Doppler shift. Also tuna radar speed trap in traffic. Ukisikia torch, madereva wanasema kuna torch barabarani. Okay, ile ni what we call radar speed trap, inakamata wale wanao overspeed. Utakuta traffic yamekana torch yake, anapiga na wasimamisha, mnapigwa fine. So that is what we call radar speed trap in traffic checking. While D tunaweza tukacheki plasma boundary and estimation of plasma temperature. Kama ni sun, tunaweza tukaestimate temperature ya sun kwa kutumia Doppler effect in light. So we start straight away in application ya kwanza, determination of speed of the star. So suppose we are having the F. So the F is moving with velocity v. Okay, let us say at that instant ambayo tumeikuta is moving from left to right. Okay, so we are having a star. Okay, we are having a star that is also at that instant moving away from the earth with velocity vs, which is the velocity of star, while velocity initially of the earth inakuwa 0 because we assume that ina rotate too, so it is rotating, the earth is rotating. So the velocity tunao assume ni kwani it is at that point. So our reference point tuna assume sisi tuko hapa tuna observe hii star. So at that point, tukiwa that point ni sawasawa we are moving with velocity v towards the, inakuwa ni tangential. So if the earth is rotating this way, okay, so tunaweza tukaona velocity inakuwa inaelekea that direction. Okay, velocity ya rotation hiyo, but the velocity ya f kama f to move, it's not moving, ndio maana weka v not ni sawa na 0. So we know changes in frequency, changes in the wavelength. Sawa, changes in wavelength ni sawa kwa sababu here where is the source of light. Sisi tupo kwenye earth, the star is the source of light. Kwa hiyo ni kama kwenye sound ambapo tulikuwa na source of sound. Source of sound tukasema yenyewe ndio ina affect wavelength kwa sababu ina carry ile sound. So here the star is carrying the light. So the movement ya star itakuwa ina affect wavelength ya ya light yetu. So how does it affect? Ni kwa sababu initially wavelength ni sawa sana velocity of light divided by frequency, kwa sababu kumbuka this is light, so inatumia velocity ya light ambayo 3 times 10 power 8. So knowing that, okay, knowing that ni kwamba changes now hapa ni kama light ikiwa inatoka light kama light from a stationary source, but when the source is moving inasababisha relative velocity kwenye hii velocity ya light. So kunakuwa na relative velocity between the star and the light that is coming from the star. So as usual, kama the source of light, this case zamani tulikuwa tunasema source of sound hapo nyuma kwenye Doppler effective sound. Now we are saying kama ni source of light is moving in opposite direction to the light itself, ambapo tulikuwa tunasema the sound when they are going the opposite direction tunafanyaje? Tuna add. As you can see, c na velocity ya star they are moving in opposite direction, so tuna add na kwa ni c plus vs divided by the frequency. As you remember initially, mwanzo wakati tunatoa basics kabla tujaanza kusoma Doppler effect, tulisema kwamba this frequency remains the same. Okay, this f ambayo tunaitumia hapa inakuwa ni original frequency. Okay, the original frequency f. Okay, because if you change this velocity uta change the wavelength of the wave, lakini frequency ya original light kama light ukiconsider yenyewe kama yenyewe tu pale kwenye source inakuwa ni f ile original inayotoka, lakini unapoenda kuzicombine kwenye Doppler sasa the resultant wave frequency ya kwenye Doppler effect ndio inakuwa ni f dash, lakini hapa inakuwa ni f original. If you recall kule nyuma nilielezea kwa nini hapa inakuwa f original. So we know that frequency ya light from here, frequency ya light ni sawa sawa na velocity ya sound, velocity ya light divided by the wavelength ya light. So instead of frequency ya light ndio tukaweka c over wavelength. So tukiweka frequency tukaisubstitute c over wavelength tutapata c plus vs sawa divided by c over wavelength. So wavelength itapanda juu itakuwa wavelength c plus vs divided by c. Okay, so we have apparent wavelength changing the wavelength dash ni sawa na c plus velocity ya light ya source, velocity ya source c ambayo ndio velocity ya light plus velocity ya source divided by velocity of light. Napenda kusema velocity ya sound kwa sababu bado ile ya kule ipo kwenye mdomo bado, but it is velocity ya light plus velocity ya source divided by velocity ya light kwa sababu tuliconvert hii frequency in terms of velocity na wavelength. Okay, because this was the original frequency, so inakuwa sawa na velocity ya light original divided by the original wavelength ya light. Okay, as you can see, since imetoka kwenye original frequency kwa maana c inakuwa ni ya light peke yake sababu we are speaking of the light only and the wavelength ni ya light only. Okay, so tukitaka kusema apparent change in frequency, it means tunachukua apparent change in wavelength. Kumbuka hapa nilisema the most important hook ni wavelength, we don't do with frequencies. So apparent change in wavelength or is what we call the Doppler shift, the apparent change in wavelength. Doppler shift kwenye sound ni frequency, change in frequency. Doppler shift kwenye light ni change in wavelength. So tunakuwa na wavelength minus wavelength dash. So the change in wavelength inakuwa ni sawa sana wavelength dash minus wavelength. But we know wavelength dash is given by c plus vs divided by c times the lambda, the wavelength, okay, of light minus the wavelength of light. Okay, so we want our Doppler shift in such a way ambapo tunachukua wavelength dash minus the original wavelength. Okay, wavelength dash minus the original wavelength. So we will have our change in now here. It is important to note that Doppler shift can either be change in wavelength minus wavelength, wavelength dash minus wavelength, or wavelength minus wavelength dash. It will depend which one is greater than the other. Sawa, it will depend which one is greater than the other and the star is moving towards where. We shall see the conclusion later, but for now tumechukua kwamba change in wavelength or the Doppler shift ni sawa na wavelength dash minus the original wavelength. So wavelength dash we are given by CVS divided by C times wavelength, okay, minus the wavelength original. So tukifact out, okay, tukisimplify this equation, C na C ka cancel inakuwa 1. Hapa inabaki Vs divided by C. For that 1 ukiingiza wavelength inakuwa wavelength Vs times wavelength divided by C minus hiyo. Ni simplify tu hapo. So you can see wavelength na wavelength zina cancel, wavelength minus wavelength. So tunabaki na change in wavelength ni sawa sawa na velocity ya source divide by frequency. Divide by frequency. Why? Because hapa tumebakiwa na, as you can see, tumebakiwa na velocity ya source times wavelength divide by velocity ya light. But this is the velocity of light na hii ni original wavelength ya light. So hii ni frequency, as you can recall from here. Okay, so instead of C na wavelength tunaweza tukairudisha frequency. Okay, tunaweza tukairudisha frequency kama ilivyokuwa. Kwa hiyo tunabaki na change in wavelength ni sawa sana velocity ya source divided by the frequency. Okay, velocity ya source divided by the frequency. So if we make velocity ya source subject, tunapata velocity ya source ni sawa sawa na change in wavelength times frequency. So from here change in wavelength hiyo ikisha cancel inabaki Vs wavelength over C, as you can see hapo, Vs wavelength over C. So if we make Vs the subject, velocity ya source subject, tunapata velocity ya source ni sawa sawa na change in wavelength times C over wavelength. Okay, if we take that there, kumbuka this was change in wavelength, so we take C hapo kunakuwa C times change in wavelength divided by the original wavelength. Okay, so a conclusion here to note ni kwamba if wavelength dash, sawa, the apparent wavelength dash is greater than the wavelength original, the increase in wavelength is called redshift. Okay, and when the wavelength original is greater than the apparent wavelength dash, the decrease in wavelength is called blue shift. Okay, you can take it this way kwamba it is red and therefore it is hotter. So kitu kikiwa cha moto, kikiwa kinazidi kuwa cha moto kinakuwa hot red. Umeona? So if the original frequency is less na apparent frequency ikawa increase such a way that the apparent frequency imekuwa kubwa kuliko yule original frequency, means increase, so imekuwa red na imekuwa hotter. Okay, but for the case ya blue shift ni kwamba ikiwa decrease. Okay, ikiwa decrease na kwa ni blue shift. So if the original is greater than the apparent, kwamba apparent ilienda ikapungua, hiyo tunaita blue shift. So when the apparent may increase, it means it's getting red and it's getting hotter. Okay, yeah, so take it that way. When Vs is equal to positive, the value of Vs inakuja kuwa positive, ujue kwamba the apparent frequency yetu ilikuwa ni wavelength dash minus wavelength. So this was greater than this. Ndio maana our final answer haikuwa negative. If you are having a negative value, kwa kutumia the same assumption kwamba change in wavelength ni sawa sana apparent wavelength minus original wavelength, then expression yako kaja kupata negative huku, ujue kwamba the original frequency, the original wavelength was greater than the apparent wavelength. Unanielewa? Yeah, so with the same stage of calculation unge derive calculation zako, then eventually ungekuja kupata the answer is negative change in wavelength C over wavelength. Umeona here, ungekuja kupata negative C change in wavelength over wavelength. Basi ujue kwamba the wavelength was greater than the apparent wavelength. So it means this was a red shift. Okay, it was a blue shift kwa sababu original is greater than the apparent. Lakini for this case the apparent ilikuwa greater than the original, it means the apparent was getting hotter and it was getting red and hotter, so ilikuwa ni red shift. Okay, yeah, simple like that. So as a result, impact au implication ya blue shift au red shift, moja inatukonkludia kwamba the star is moving towards the sun, na moja inatukonkludia kwamba the star is moving away from the sun. When there is a red shift, the star is moving away from the earth. Okay, kwa sababu you are getting red, you are getting hotter, lazima nothing, amna ambaye ataka kuungua, so the star is moving away. Okay, the star is moving away, because things are getting hotter, they're getting red and hotter. Okay, but when there is a red shift, red shift, the star moves towards the Earth, because things are now cool. The apparent frequency is actually now less than the original frequency, so the blue shift, it's blue, it's oceany, mona, so the star is attracted to come to the Earth. Na kuambia tu hivi ukumbuke. So that's it. When it is red, it is hotter, the star cannot approach the Earth. Things are hotter, things are getting warmer, so red shift, the star is moving away from the Earth, while the blue shift, the star is moving towards the Earth. Okay, so hiyo application number 1 inakuwa imeishia namna hiyo. So ukiulizwa velocity ya star unaweza ukaipata kwa kuangalia hapo kwamba now we have c times change in wavelength divided by the wavelength. You know change in wavelength is given by, you can calculate it here. Change in wavelength is given by wavelength dash minus wavelength. But when wavelength dash, you know the formula iko hapo, c plus vs divided by c times the wavelength. Okay, hii ndio wavelength dash minus the original wavelength, unapata change in wavelength. Okay, then una multiply na c divided by the wavelength, but finally you get your velocity star. Okay, now from there you can then conclude kama ilikuwa ni red shift au blue shift kwa kuangalia differences between the original frequency na apparent frequency. Okay, kama nilivyosema hapo awali. So the second application is determination of the speed of rotation of the sun. We want to know how is the sun rotating. What is the speed of rotation of the sun? So we will consider the sun having 2 points. At the first point, at the top, okay, at the top it is rotating, okay, anti-clockwise. So at the bottom it is moving towards the Earth, because we want the way it is rotating, we consider 2 points, point A and B. Point B, when the sun, the point is here, at this point it appears as if the sun is moving towards the Earth. Okay, you remember the Doppler effect ya kwenye cycle na vitu kama hivyo, so it's the same application hapa, something like that. As it rotates, ikifika at point A, you can see velocity at point A is as if it is moving away from the sun. So the Earth, when you are at the Earth, we will observe 2 cases. You will observe case number 1 due to point A na case number 2 due to point B. Then when you combine, then you can get your rotation of the Earth. So we know kwamba if we consider point A, velocity ya light itakuwa inakuja towards the Earth. Okay, velocity ya light itakuwa inakuja towards the Earth. Velocity ya light itakuwa inakuja towards the Earth. So we know that the velocity of the sun at that point ina move towards the left. So you can see velocity ya sun na velocity ya light, they are moving in opposite direction. So if they are moving in opposite direction, tunakuwa tuna add. Okay, tunakuwa tuna add. So that is point A. So we are having Vs plus C. Okay, this is point B, ndio maana hapa ni minus. So okay, we consider point B too. You can see at this point B, the velocity of the sun is moving towards the Earth, the velocity of light is moving towards the Earth. So since they are moving in the same direction, tuna minus. Ndio maana hapa naona ni velocity of light minus velocity of sun divided by the frequency tupate the change in the apparent wavelength. So C minus Vs, we know that frequency you can convert it in terms of C na wavelength. So you substitute same in F na substitute C over wavelength, so you get something like this. Then when you simplify, you will get this for point B, that you cancel hiyo na hiyo inakuwa 1, hapa inabaki 1 minus Vs divided by C. So taking wavelength inside, unakuwa na wavelength minus wavelength times Vs divided by C minus. So here up. Then at point A, what changes is the sign. It becomes positive. As you can see, they are moving in the different directions. So Vs plus C ndio inakuwa hapo, ndio inakuja kusababisha the sign changing hapo iwe positive, while for point B inakuwa negative. So the Doppler shift ambao the Earth will observe will be between the point A na point B. So what we will be observing kwenye F, tukiwa kwenye F, ni a shift as a result ya point A na point B kuinteract. Okay, itasababisha Doppler shift. So Doppler shift hiyo itakuwa ni sawa sana change in wavelength, wavelength dash A minus wavelength dash B. So tukichukua wavelength dash A tuka minus wavelength dash B, tunapata 2 Vs wavelength over C. Tunapata 2 Vs wavelength over C. So from there, velocity of sun, okay, velocity of the sun, remember this is the linear velocity. Velocity of the sun inakuwa ni sawa sawa na C times change in wavelength divided by 2 times wavelength. Okay, divided by 2 times wavelength. So you just make Vs the subject, so inakuwa wavelength times C divided by, C times change in wavelength divided by 2 times wavelength, as you can see here. This is change in wavelength. It's confused kadhani ni A labda hii is one thing change in wavelength. So ni sawa na change in wavelength over 2 times wavelength. So this is the linear velocity of the sun. Utapata linear velocity of the sun. Okay, the linear speed of the sun. So if you want to get the rotation, as we know kwamba this is equal to RW. So knowing the radius of the sun, then we can get our angular velocity, and then we can get the speed of rotation of the sun, like that. For a speed trap, it's somehow different sababu ina involve mambo ya reflection na vitu kama hivyo. So the traffic anakuwa hapa na gun yake, radar gun ambayo inatoa hiyo light. Sawa, inatoa hiyo beam ambayo inaenda ina knock ile gari pap, then ikisha knock ile gari ina reflect back kurudi kwenye radar beam, ambapo eventually itasoma ile Doppler effect na calculate velocity ya gari ilikuwa inatembea kiasi gani, afu itamletea traffic pale ulikuwa unatembea speed kiasi gani. So tuna two cases. Case ya kwanza ambapo sound, the light or the beam is moving from the traffic kwenda kwenye gari kabla halija reflect. Okay? Na kesi ya pili ni baada ya kureflect, the frequency of the light inarudi back to the traffic kwenye kifaa chake ili iweze kusoma na calculate velocity ya hilo gari. So if the traffic anakuwa of course anakuwa ni stationary, anaweza kawa anatembea, lakini to simplify case ni station. Ukishaelewa you can even derive those cases ambapo traffic inaenda kuwa anatembea, but most of the time this is usually a fixed point, either traffic amekaa au hiki kifaa kiko fixed somewhere kwenye pole pembeni ya barabara or something like that. Okay, so the frequency, the frequency ambayo inatoka, okay, the frequency ambayo inatoka hapa inaenda kwenye gari, tutaitafutia Doppler effect. So the gari behaves yeye kama ni observer. Okay, gari behaves kama yeye ni observer, na the traffic yeye anakuwa ni kama source. Okay, you see hapa tuna apply Doppler effect kama ya kwenye sound tu, hamna tofauti, ni kama ya kwenye sound. Hapa tuna apply Doppler effect kama ya kwenye sound, despite kusema Doppler effect kwenye light is more important the wavelength, lakini for this case it is more or less the same kama kwenye sound, kwa sababu inatumia application ile ya reflection kama kwenye sound vile vile. So kesi ya kwanza tunakuwa na frequency ya Doppler f dash, remember nilisema ni sawa sawa na frequency plus or minus ya observer, ambayo observer for the first case ni gari. So tunaangalia velocity ya light au beam inaendaje na gari lina move towards the traffic, so they are moving in opposite direction, so inakuwa ni plus. Ndio maana unaona hapa kuna plus, divide velocity ya sound plus or minus velocity ya observer, the source, ambayo the source is stationary, so inabaki velocity ya light peke yake, so inabaki that f dash. So hii f dash ndio inakuwa ni source ya beam ya second Doppler effect kutoka kwenye gari kuja kwenye traffic, ili irudi kwenye kifaa iweze kusoma na calculate na tembea speed gani. So we have f dash dash now. Okay, so we are having f dash dash, we know f dash dash is sawa sana, now the source of sound remember now for the second case, sound is moving from the car, the traffic ndo anakuwa observer. Okay, so this time the sound is moving towards the traffic, the light, okay, the beam. Ikisema sound, don't worry, the issue is you to understand what you're doing, but usually in beam, okay, electromagnetic wave, a beam inakuwa light or something like that. Okay, so the source of wave is moving towards the traffic, na huyo gari bado lina move with velocity vc towards the traffic, lakini traffic ni observer this time na ni stationary. So you know velocity ya sound plus or minus velocity ya source ya observer. Observer iko stationary, so juu panabaki na c. Huku chini tuna c plus or minus velocity ya source, lakini the source is moving the same direction as the sound, so tuna minus v ya car, okay, times the frequency dash ambayo ndio ilikuwa original yake frequency ya hii Doppler ya pili. Sawa, kwa sababu transmit frequency ambayo ili receive kutokana na Doppler ya kwanza. So eventually una this, okay, na una this expression. So you can combine them, then you get frequency dash dash, which this radar speed gun or the kifaa will record ni sawa na c. Ukisubstitute f dash hapo, okay, ukisubstitute f dash hapo utaona c na c zina cancel, then utabaki na f dash c plus vc divided by c minus vc. This is what you get if you combine the two in f kama f, okay, sio f dash, f kama f, kwa sababu remember tume substitute hii hapa ambayo ilikuwa na f kama sio f dash, ni f kama f, original frequency ambayo mwanzo kabisa ilitoka kutoka kwenye radar speed trap. So the apparent change in frequency here will therefore be frequency dash dash minus frequency f, okay, that the frequency ambayo alikuwa anaitoa hii radar speed trap na frequency ambayo alireceive radar speed trap anazirekodi kama change in frequency f. Kwa kutumia hiyo anaweza calculate velocity ya gari na kaipata. So hiyo ni kama mashine, ni kwa vile ni digital, ita calculate yenyewe na kukupa velocity. Okay, so sisi kama wataalamu wa physics we are required to tujaribu kutengeneza expression ambayo manually tunaweza tukacalculate velocity ya car. So kwa kutumia hii change in f, okay, change in f tunajua ni sawasawa na f dash dash, ambayo f dash dash from that above ni sawasawa na f, okay, c plus vc divided by c minus vc, okay, lakini kuna minus f. Hii ndio f dash dash minus f. So if we factor out f, tukiitoa nje tutakuwa na f is equal to c plus vc divided by c minus vc minus 1, sababu f ni common to both, tunaifactor out nje. Lakini if we want to make this a common denominator, hii sasa ni hesabu, inakuwa ni f, ndani kunakuwa na a common denominator ya c minus vc, okay, hii ukidivide na hii ni 1, so 1 times c vc, hapa kunakuwa na c plus vc minus, kumbuka hapa kuna 1, so this divide by this, so 1 divide by this tunapata ni c minus vc, c minus vc times 1, huku juu kunakuwa na ni kuconvert tu iwe na common denominator, so I think ni hesabu tu ya kawaida, c minus vc. Okay, kwa kuwasaidia wale ambao hesabu zinakuwa zina shida kidogo, if we want to convert a common denominator kutoka kwenye fraction ya a divided by b minus 1 ni sawasawa na tunaweka that common denominator tunayoitaka b, okay, then tunachukua the denominator divide by b inakuwa 1. 1 times a tunaweka hapo, minus hapa kuna 1, so tunachukua the denominator common tunaotaka b, tunaidivide na hii denominator ya specific place tunapotaka to add common denominator. So tunachukua b divide by 1 tunapata b, b times 1 tunapata b. So you can see hii ni sawasawa na hii, kwa sababu ukisimplify tunajua b divide by a divide by b inakuwa hapo, then b divide by b inakuwa 1. So you can see ni hesabu tu, so it's the same as we have done. Assume b ndo c minus vs, hii ndio common denominator ambao for this case ilikuwa ni b. So like that, so we know f is now ni sawasawa na c plus vc. If we open the brackets tunakuwa na minus c, then negative na negative inakuwa plus vc divide by c minus vc. So you know c minus c ina cancel, then kuna baki na vc plus vc ambayo ni velocity ya car, you remember. So hii inakuwa ni sawasawa na 2 kwa sababu vc plus vc ni 2 vc, so 2 vc times frequency f inayotoka kwenye speed trap divide by c minus vc ni sawasawa na change in frequency. Then hii ndio inakuwa expression yetu, ambapo from this tunaweza tukapata vc. Okay, tukisimplify further, kwa sababu c ni velocity ya light ambayo ni 3 times 10 power 8 na vc ni velocity ya gari, so hata gari liweje, sawa, haliwezi kufikia velocity ya light. 3 times 10 power 8 ni a very big number, sawa, billions and billions of numbers, lakini velocity ya gari inaweza ikaishia tu 200. So ukichukua 200 ukaitoa au ukaijumlisha kwenye that big number ni almost negligible, sawa, ni almost negligible. So the accurate value change in f inakuwa na minus vc hapa, lakini effect ya vc kwenye c ni very little. So since c is very great compared to vc, then we can ignore vc, then tunaweza ka ignore vc. Tukiignore vc, change in frequency itakuwa ni sawa sana 2 vc velocity ya car times frequency divide by c peke yake imebaki, maana yake change in, I mean the negative or minus vc tumeiondoa because the effect is negligible. So from here velocity ya car inakuwa ni sawa sana 2 times change in frequency, 2 times change in frequency, hiyo inakuwa ziko chini kwa sababu we take this down here and that up there. Huko kunakuwa na change in frequency times c. So hii ndio inakuwa expression yetu kama hivi. So velocity ya car inakuwa is equal to change in frequency times c, change in frequency times c divide by 2 times frequency. Hiyo ndio inakuwa ni formula yetu. Kwa change in frequency times c divide by 2 times frequency.